The Howard Stern Show.
Now, clear up some stuff in sports for me.
Sure. I know you're a big sports fan.
Well, but I'm interested. I read about
Right,
sports.
Robin?
I read about it. I like the business
We like
of
the
sports.
personalities.
Howard, I listen to you every day. I know what you know about
what
sports.
I know could fit into a thimble. I'll be the first to admit that. But with sports, so Costas brings up the Redskins controversy on the air.
Right.
You're critical of him. You say Costas for some reason is always involved with you. But you say Costas is inappropriate. He shouldn't bring up the controversy of Redskins and what he thinks about it. Why not?
Well, here's what I said to somebody who asked me about that controversy.
Yep.
I said, I'm doing the game. When people are watching the game, they don't want to be lectured. I'm not going to lecture them.
Right.
So I said that in terms of when people are tuning in for a game. If you're doing a show, sports reporters or whatever you're doing, some other thing, or talk radio, yeah, that's where you can talk about it. But when people tune in to watch the game, they want to watch the game, and anything else is a distraction.
They don't want to be aggravated. They don't want to get to know you personally. They just want you to be the game. It's about the game. When you make it about yourself, then you turn into Howard Cosell.
And look, and Bob took a lot of heat for that because it was inside the game. People are watching this wasn't a slap at Bob. Bob's a great pal of mine. He's a colleague of mine for years and years. But he does what he does, and then a lot of people get pissed off about it because they're saying, I want to watch the game. I don't want to hear about this.
But when you criticize him, does he call you and say, hey, man, what are you doing?
I wasn't criticizing him. I was basically, Howard, saying that to me, when somebody was asking me would I get involved in that controversy on the air, and I said no, because it's in the middle of a game telecast. And then that was taken and it sort of looked as if it was a slap at Bob. It wasn't. It was like there are times when you do this and times when you don't do this.
Do you agree with me that if a group of people, especially Native Americans, who have been shit on, I mean, they basically, they've been devastated as a people. If they're offended by the term Redskins, why in God's name would this guy, this owner, who's blessed with owning a team in the NFL, and he's got more money than God, and he's got a great life, why is this guy fighting so fervently to hold on to the name Redskins?
Well, I think he feels that in the polls that he's taken or have been taken, that most people are not offended by it. I mean, this is what I'm telling you what I think he sees. He also sees a fan base that when they score a touchdown, you have 90,000 people at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, and they get up and they sing Hail to the Redskins. 90,000 people. So when you see this, and when you see a lot of people saying, oh, no, this is the tradition of the team, this is not a derogatory phrase, this is a phrase that
So where do you
elevates
stand
them.
on this, personally?
I think the name of the team, I mean, I never even thought about this, Howard.
No, I didn't until it came up.
I mean, it's not to beg the issue, but at a certain point, something's going to offend everybody. And if a minority is offended by something, do we now change everything that people are offended by?
You know me, I've got a pretty thick skin, but if there was a team named the Blackskins or the Jew Boys or something, I would be offended by that.
Well, that's a whole other thing, too.
You think?
But the name of this team was the name of this team for over 50 years before people started to say, this is now derogatory.
Well, maybe the Redskins, the Indians were saying that they didn't like that, but no one was listening.
Well, and then people saying, again, this is what I've heard from people inside the Redskin organization, there are tribes that have their teams are named Redskins on the reservation. So, I mean, this is why
So you think they should keep the name?
Changed. Look, I mean, I understand both sides of the issue here. I mean, to me, I never thought of it in those terms. I guess if it offends enough people, then you do change it. But right now, I'm seeing the majority of people, Redskin fans, saying we're okay with it.
The Howard Stern Show.